Turnbuckle Banter. I'm Shelby and this is Rafa. This is episode 2.
Episode 2.
We're going to be breaking down our thoughts from Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown.
What a freaking week. I
Crazy.
saw a meme the other day, and you know the memes of the dragons? And it's like, there's like a dumb looking dragon, and there's like an okay looking dragon, there's like a beast looking dragon, like art.
Okay.
Well, they had two dragons. They had like the dumb dragon and the beast looking dragon side by side, and they put the Raw logo on the
beast dragon,
dumb dragon actually, and they put the SmackDown logo on the beast looking dragon, and basically they said for the past 2 weeks, SmackDown has been like running circles around Raw from a content and creative perspective.
Really? Wow.
Which, because normally you think Raw is like the flagship, right? And it's like the show that's putting out like the best content. But supposedly since SmackDown went to 3 hours, there's a lot of people out there that are thinking SmackDown's been really beating Raw. And
okay. I mean, this week I think it maybe gave it a run for its money, but I don't know. We'll discuss it. But there were some things I liked and some things I didn't like that were kind of cut. Didn't really do it for me. But
well, let's start with the 3 stages of hell match.
Starting at the end.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's important. It's a good place to start just because like it's the biggest thing that I think we have to go off of right now as far as like storylines.
We have a new WWE World Champion.
How do we feel about Cody dropping the title in SmackDown?
I said this last week, but I think I'm excited because I feel like WWE is kind of taking a more authentic approach now to,
True.
You know, back in the day, it was more normal that we would see crazy matches on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, including something like a 3 stages of hell, which I think they said they've never had that on a SmackDown though.
Right. First time on a SmackDown, almost 7 years since the last one, which was in NXT, and over a decade since the last one on any of the main brands, PLEs, etc. So
I also think it was time for Cody to drop the belt and it's not Cody's fault, but wasn't quite as exciting. And I think in this era, this generation, people need things to be constantly changing.
Of course, there has something to look forward to.
And Cody
there's a TikTok. Sorry about that. There's a TikTok era. So everybody's trying to, the attention span is a lot shorter. We have a lot more eyes watching the product with the Netflix deal, with the ESPN deal. So like there's a lot of reasons why they would want to do that now. One thing I did read is that apparently Cody was a part of the internal creative decision making to get him to drop the title. So he was an advocate for that. Which says a lot. I mean, obviously he has the movie coming up, Street Fighter. So they're about to go on a press tour on that. So it kind of makes sense from that place. But you also mentioned a couple other things.
Well, he has a newborn.
Of course, that's important.
So I think that's good. But Drew has been up and coming for such a long time. I think it's about time. If it didn't happen this week, I don't think it was ever going to happen.
That was important. We were talking about, hey, it doesn't matter that it's at SmackDown. I'll be honest, they almost kind of booked themselves into a corner for that purpose. If they didn't have Drew win, it was going to look bad on both Cody and also on Drew.
Oh yeah, and Drew is like a savage right now. There's no reason that Drew would not win in a cage match, even though I don't like the fact. Well, I was gonna say I don't like the fact that Jacob Fatu interfered, but ultimately Drew was about to win. Jacob interfered, and Drew still ended up winning. So I think that at least cements Drew's legitimacy in the win.
Yeah, what is that about? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm good with Drew winning the title Cody dropping the belt and going and doing his thing on the movie scene, at home with the family. Drew getting finally, hopefully, the title run that he deserves. What is that about of using...
somebody attacked Jacob Fatu, and that's why...
Well, sure. Yeah,
left,
the reason
right?
why, like, for everybody that's, like, keeping track of these things. So, Jacob Fatu got injured, like, actually injured.
Mm-hmm.
And then they played an angle to have him injured off camera. And then it was like, oh, who injured him? And nobody knew, but somebody attacked him backstage, supposedly. And that was kind of like all we knew about it. So obviously now him coming in and attacking Drew, then we put the pieces together. It was Drew. Here's the thing, though.
Maybe it was Cody. Maybe we get Cody Lander finally.
Wow. Talk
but
about
I don't
a
know.
twist.
Or maybe he thought it was Drew and it wasn't. Who
Okay,
knows?
but let's play it out for a second. Let's say that, okay, cool. Jacob Fatu, he was attacked by Drew. It makes sense that he comes back and costs Drew the title.
Mm-hmm. Well,
why
does
does
both
he?
Drew and Cody.
That's what I'm saying. Up until that point, I can buy in.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Fatu was put out on the shelf. Somebody. It turns out that it was Drew. So when he's ready to come back, what does he do? He comes back and beats Drew and costs him the title. So I'm thinking, up until there, I'm on. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there with you, creative. Then he turns around and starts beating the shit out of Cody Rhodes for no apparent reason whatsoever.
I mean, Jacob Fatu, at least, like, the real person, he's been to prison. This guy's a savage. I think he's like, just get out of my face. He's like, I'm trying to beat this guy up. If you get in my way, I'm going to beat your ass too.
Yeah.
That seems on brand with him, because he's not a true face.
He's not a true face.
In theory,
right.
He's a face, but
Correct.
He's not just a good guy through and through as a character.
Correct.
And I'm not talking about him as a person. I'm just saying his character. He's a savage.
Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like they went too far into he started to beat him up versus, to your point, he could have done like a shove. Mm-hmm. You remember KO? Yeah. When KO first started turning heel, Randy Orton got into the ring. Mm-hmm. We're buddies when they were face. Mm-hmm. Randy gets in the ring and he tries to grab KO, and KO goes ahead and shoves him back. He doesn't even look back to see who's behind him. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's somebody from security, because there was a couple people from security there. Right. So maybe it's somebody from security. He doesn't even turn to look who it was. He just shoves back, boom, elbow to Randy Orton. Mm-hmm. That's my best friend. Now they're like, now there's something to fight about. But in this case, Fatu turned around, saw that it was Cody, and just proceeded to beat him up. I don't know. I feel like it could have been booked better to make it make more sense. Yeah. I'm not saying that it was booked wrong for Drew to win it this way or for Cody to lose it this way. I'm just saying, like, the way that they handled the dynamic with Jacob Fatu inside of the ring, probably there was probably something there to maybe do differently. But
yeah, it was a little weird, but I don't know. But overall, I think Drew deserved this win. I think his heel work has been excellent, both in the ring and on social media. And I think he's just doing a really good job with this character. And I think it was time for him to get a real championship run, because we had him have the title during COVID.
Correct.
We had him win the title and then lose it right away.
In the scene.
So I hope we get a good run out of this. And I think that Drew is so good to feud with anybody. Yeah. The Drew and CM Punk feud was incredible.
Oh, he already started just being Drew with his new title. Like, did you see the post that he...
him like sleeping in bed with
he's
it?
He's in bed sleeping with his title, a la Messi with his championship from soccer. It's just perfect. So I expect him to be more active in social media related to trolling with his title. Similar to Chelsea when she had the United States sad face. and also like Becky with her Intercontinental Galactic Championship. He just posted some stupid, like
I didn't see
almost an hour ago.
Oh my god!
And she's like a tweet with like the new champion, the new Galactic champion, and then in parentheses, new name. Anyways,
champion of the galaxy.
Yeah, she is like the champion of the galaxy. Oh, because she's a Star Trek character now. So
Becky does it all.
Does it all? All right.
Do we want to talk Rumble predictions, or should we go through
Rumble
this
predictions? I think we can start talking about it because
we had a long talk about this last night because we're trying to figure out
like when is the appropriate time to start looking at it, and also like based on the storylines that are progressing right now, is it too early? Or are we like at the right time to like basically talk about this? I don't know. I feel like we're in a good spot. I feel like there's a lot that could change in the next couple of weeks. But let's go through it. Obviously, I think before we go into Rumble predictions, we need to decide who's gonna go out against Drew McIntyre for the championship at the Rumble, because that's gonna determine who is not gonna be at the Rumble.
Okay, true. So I forgot that whoever is facing him.
Yeah, they're not going to be at the. I mean, we've seen certain things happen in the past where like somebody that failed earlier in the night at a challenging, they will like beat somebody up and then go take their spot at the Rumble. But like that's very rare. So let's operate under the assumption that whoever is going to face Drew for the title at Rumble is not going to be a part of the actual Rumble. So
day. Who are our potentials? We had Giulia versus.
I think we talk about the 4 that we think are going to go against each other after these challenges this week. 4 are going to go against each other for the number 1 contender spot at Saturday night's main event. So who do we think the 4 are going to be? I have my 4.
I remember everybody. We had Giulia, Sammy, Matt Cardona.
He is a part of it, yes. Then you have one more.
No. I'm trying to think of everybody because I don't remember anybody.
Solo is in there.
I feel like it could be Giulia.
I got my 4. My 4 is Damian Priest, Matt Cardona. Oh, I said it that way. Giulia and Randy Orton.
I think
Randy is going against The Miz.
Then it's definitely going to be Randy.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know, because I just feel like Sami Zayn has continuously talked about the world title. And I feel like he's got to be a part of that match. But at the same time, if he doesn't make it to the final 4, I feel like that would only constitute a Sami Zayn heel turn. Because if he's talked about it, and he still is going for it and just gets nowhere, then where do we go from here?
Here's what I think. I think we don't have any idea or plans of what we want to do with Sami Zayn.
Yeah, it just kind of feels he's just kind of there all the time.
Yeah. Here's the only hope I have for Sami Zayn
versus Drew.
The only hope I have for Sami Zayn is that he's gonna turn heel out of desperation, and just at the same time that he turns heel, boom, KO returns. Yeah, and then we get heel KO and Zayn back together for the tag championships. We've seen it before.
That's my all-time favorite tag team.
We have seen it. It works. People love them together. It just works, and they elevate the titles every time they have them. So we tried it, Sammy. We tried, taking you down the road of, a singles contender. We put the Intercontinental Championship on you. I just think it didn't happen. It didn't land. So either we keep you kind of on the sidelines, or we figure out how to pivot. And to me, the best pivoting move is KO if he is returning, because nobody really has confirmed whether or not his recovery has allowed him to come back to training for a potential return, or if he's just like, not going to come back. So hopefully he can come back, and that just makes sense. But which they might already know, and they're just keeping it on the wraps. But yeah.
I think we were also talking about whether or not Randy's going to get another championship run. I think what would make the most sense for the Rumble, if they don't want to take the belt off of Drew yet, which I would hope they don't. We think he'll at least have it until WrestleMania. So it would not make sense for him to go against Randy Orton, for example. But I think he could go against Giulia, and that would be an incredible match. Giulia doesn't need to win yet. He's just now getting in the main title picture.
Right.
And he's going to do incredible work, and he'll eventually be a world champion. But I think it will be a really good match. He doesn't have to win, and it's not going to bury anybody.
So we have Sami Zayn in the final four.
Yeah.
Instead of Giulia. So maybe.
No, I'm saying Giulia. Oh.
So maybe we have Randy Orton, Damian Priest, Matt Cardona, and Sami Zayn. I mean, that match is PLE worthy. So it is. So you got to also think about Saturday Night Live is not a PLE, but it is a special event, like a special
Saturday Night's main event.
What was that?
You said Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah, not Saturday Night's main event.
Yeah.
So you got PLEs, then you have Saturday Night main event. It's not a PLE, but it's still kind of special. It's like quarterly. So it's almost expected that you will do something PLE worthy when you go to Saturday Night main event.
Honestly, whoever out of those 8 people gets in the final 4, it's going to be a crazy match.
It'll be a crazy match. Now, who do you think actually should be the next opponent for Drew?
Well, that's what I was saying. I think Giulia.
I think he's too green. He just dropped the United States Championship.
Yeah.
I think I told you this. I think Randy Orton takes it home. I think
You think he takes it home at the Rumble?
No. Listen. Not necessarily like wins the title just yet. But remember, he just returned. First of all, he had been teasing all of past year that he's like really looking at that title every time, looking over the shoulder, looking over Cody Rhodes. Every time the title was on the floor, he would look at it. When he's grabbing it and handing it to Cody, he's looking at the title. So they're teasing this thing. And even now that he returned, what did he do? Backstage, he tells Cody, I'm coming for it. Okay, cool. So he's making some assertions there. And then at the same time, we know there's going to be a play to bring him to the top 3 in history. He's right now number 4 on total championship reigns with 14. So they want to bring him to top 3. I'm 100%. That has to happen. Before he retires, he has to be top 3 with title reigns. So with that said, I think this might be a year, or next year might be, but it kind of sets it up. If he wins his tournament, goes on to the final 4, he actually wins there at the final 4, and then he goes against Drew. Listen, Drew versus Randy Orton would be a solid pay-per-view match. It'd be a solid pay-per-view match.
Absolutely, I agree.
And then, maybe Cody Lander shows up. I don't know. Maybe he's so pissed at Drew and the way that Drew won that he's gonna come in and like start hitting Drew and make it a disqualification. And then Randy Orton's gonna be pissed at Cody because, hey, why did you mess with my match? Like, and then there's gonna be some tension there. Now I don't know. There's a lot of things that could happen.
I don't know.
But yeah. I'm saying Drew and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
At Rumble. All right. Carmelo Hayes had another successful title defense this past week.
His first title defense, right?
I think it was the second one.
Oh, maybe not. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was the second one.
Yeah, that match was incredible.
Yeah.
We are not huge Shinsuke fans.
No, yeah.
But we thought that they were a very excellent pairing. They had good chemistry in the ring. They both kind of put each other over, and they both kind of have this raw style that I really like, especially when Carmelo had that feud with Andrade, and they had the
7 matches.
Yeah, oh my gosh. That was awesome. Week by week, I was not bored at all.
He basically had a weekly challenge back then.
And it was so good. And I love that Carmelo has like this raw style.
Yeah.
We were talking about, how a lot of the NXT talent, when they first come up to the main roster, they feel very choreographed. And I don't feel that way about Carmelo. Even from the beginning, I thought he had a really good, like, believable style.
Yeah. I do think that he still needs to do a little bit better at selling, and not having the I'm thinking about the next thing face.
Sure.
It's getting better. It's definitely not as bad as a bunch of people that we've talked about. But he is a great talent, and like, oh my God, like, great match. Again, we talked about this last week. I feel like they've already brought the prestige they wanted to bring, in my opinion, to this title. The US title, I think it has the prestige. I think people are looking forward to seeing matches with it. I get it. Like, there's value there, but I do think we got to get to a point really soon where there's no more weekly open challenge.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like climbing a mountain. You can walk so far as to get to the peak, but if you keep walking, now you're gonna be on the other side. You're not keeping going up. If you keep walking after you pass the peak. And so what I'm thinking is, how much open challenge is too much open challenge?
Yeah, I don't think the open challenge needs to be a thing forever. And I think what Giulia did with it was awesome. But I think having an open challenge every single week increases the chance of injury. I think Carmelo can be like,
there's other practical
no,
things like injury, etc.
Yeah. He can be like, no, you got to earn your shot against me. And we could build feuds with deeper storylines rather than just brawling.
Exactly.
Which is basically what Giulia brought to the table. Exactly. It's great, but...
And again, like, to bring the value up, yes, absolutely. Let's get it out there every week. Let's get people talking. Let's get people wanting to see more matches, more pairings. Like, oh my God, dream match. Great.
For sure.
But it gets to a point where the next step is, to your point, you made it a good point, which is, now we can move, now that the value is up there, we can move to earning your opportunity. And you don't earn your opportunity in an open challenge just by having the bravery to walk out.
Right.
Like, yes, in an open challenge, that's the thing. Who's going to step up? Perfect. By stepping up, you're showing that you have what it takes. Sure, to an extent. Now, once we're up there, the next level is, okay, how do you earn your shot? It's not by stepping up. Is by really showing, by going against other people that want to go for that title too, and showing them that you're the most ready.
Yeah, I also want to see segments of, like, Carmelo coming out and cutting a promo, somebody interrupts him, and they're talking smack to each other. Like, that's another way you elevate a title and elevate a feud.
Yeah.
So
and then you get somebody else come out.
Something deeper.
Right? You get a third person come out. I'm the rifle, and then you get another person. It's like,
when Jacob
you barely
Fatu
beat me, so
everybody was after him. Even I think Drew was after him.
Right.
Which what Jacob did with the title was excellent, because it didn't feel like a mid-card title.
Right.
Even the top contenders were going after him too. Right. So I hope we kind of get a little bit of that as well with Carmelo.
All right.
On the women's side.
Oh God. Sorry, my bad. I should have. Becky's doing a great job. Maxine is doing a great job. I'm gonna start with the positives. Maxine doing a great job. I don't think she should have dropped it, but there's people that are saying that it was meant to be because of a few things, like her honeymoon and all this stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't bury her.
It doesn't bury her. Sure, it was a rope. Sorry, he did not cheat. Allegedly. Allegedly.
The footage has been tampered with.
Yeah. I don't know that I want to comment anymore on this just because I don't want to get a lawsuit.
We don't want any legal trouble.
Yeah, Becky does have very powerful lawyers, so I've heard.
We'll let everybody come to their own conclusion on it.
Absolutely. Regardless of what happened or didn't happen, Becky is the new champion. Maxine going away for a little bit, probably a week or two, and then coming back. And one of the things that I think they might have done, I'm expecting that she will not show up tomorrow, but they might have pre-recorded a little... I
think a little promo.
A little promo.
Yeah.
They might have pre-recorded it last week, and then they'll put it tomorrow, like if it was just to kind of make it seem present. I don't think she shows up tomorrow. I think she shows up next week.
Sure. I'm excited to see who Becky calls out next on the next show, / who calls Becky out.
I think it's more likely. Yeah, I think it's more likely that somebody calls out Becky. We've talked about this too. We think, or at least I think, that Liv Morgan is primed for a championship. Now, whether that is the Intercontinental / Galactic Championship, or the Women's Championship, I don't know yet. But the fact remains that she is primed for a championship after her return. I think everybody thinks she needs to be on a belt as soon as possible. I think if it's the Women's Championship, it's not going to happen for a little while because Royal Rumble predictions. I think she wins the Rumble.
Yeah, we think that Liv wins the Rumble and she goes against Stephanie McIntyre. We would love to see that.
That would be great. Now,
do I want Stephanie to lose? Not necessarily, but
she had a good run. She had a good run. She
needs that title.
Yeah, she had a good run. There was a couple of defenses there with Nikki. There was a good triple threat match. I think it was a decent match.
Nikki and Raquel, yeah.
Yeah, and then she was also injured. And then they did an angle last week to make the injury seem more apparent. So I actually on that one, I do think I expect her to be out for some weeks too.
Yeah, I thought she was going to drop the belt right then and there, and then she got attacked, and now there's no talk about whether or not she's going to continue as champion. So
here's my theory.
Really interesting. I don't know.
And I have this theory for a couple reasons. Number one, we have the same thing is happening with Dom. He's injured, out indefinite amount of time, and he's not being asked to drop his titles. So here's my exactly. Here's my theory on this. After they had to have Seth Rollins drop his title, and kind of just mess up the entire timeline of what was going to happen in Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, and all the way up to WrestleMania. Like, look at all the things that moment affected. I think Dom getting hurt late December, Stephanie getting hurt early January or late December as well. I think Triple H and the team at Creative, they're looking at how much time doctors are saying it might be.
Yeah.
And anything that is not, in my opinion, and again, like I'm not an insider, but I'm thinking anything that's no more than a month, I'm thinking they're like, you know what? We're not going to throw a grenade at this and start anew. And we're just going to, cut a couple promos, do some backstage segments, keep them alive.
Yeah.
But we won't take the titles off of him. I think they're doing that just to preserve a little bit of consistency in the program. Because imagine if they had to have Dom drop the Intercontinental title. Okay, cool. What happens now? Now there's a bunch of things that need to be kind of reassessed creatively on that end.
Yeah, it does kind of create a big issue. But
so on the women's side, what about Giulia and her first title defense?
We are very disappointed that Giulia did not have any character development upon dropping the belt and then getting the belt again. I don't know why she lost the belt in the first place. If she wasn't going to be put over in any way, they weren't going to have a new storyline for her. No, nothing. She just all of a sudden has the belt again.
I keep seeing people saying
Chelsea's new run didn't do anything for Giulia. Giulia and Kiana have no chemistry. I don't understand the gimmick there.
Yeah.
And she's just boring. And I think it right now, to me, it buries her rather than puts her over. I think they could have had her championship lists for a while, done something with her character, and then maybe put it back on her. But maybe she's got to do an open challenge too and put on crazy matches. I don't know what it is. Everybody keeps saying how incredible she is in the ring. I have not seen it yet.
Yeah. You actually might be onto something here. Because I also think that Melo has great in-ring ability. Mm-hmm. I feel like I haven't necessarily seen him go toe-to-toe on a promo with the big guys. So I'm like curious. I feel like I've seen him cut a couple promos that were like, there at the beginning last year. Not necessarily bad, but again, not necessarily like super strong. Mm-hmm. So his open challenges and his 7-match series with
Andrade
definitely showed his in-ring ability. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's the secret here. Maybe we need to get her on an open challenge as well. I don't know. I just feel like people can't keep saying that there's a problem with creative as it relates to Giulia. Because I'm looking at the two pictures here. Chelsea Green as a champion. Giulia as a champion. Mm-hmm. Chelsea Green wins the title. Next morning, she's literally on a press tour. Mm-hmm. In some morning show, in a YouTube channel, in a podcast. She's out there with the title, bragging about it, talking about the show, talking about what it takes, talking about this, talking crap about her opponents, bringing the opponents up, elevating the brand and the title. She's showing up. She's posting constantly on social media. She's engaging. Like, she is an active champion that is bringing value and elevating that title. Giulia wins it, and truly, I don't know anything that happened between her winning the title a week ago and yesterday or last Friday when she defended against Alexa Bliss. I had nothing to go off of. She won the title a week before. Now she's defending with Alexa. That's all the information I have on this girl.
Yeah,
no good promo, and then she did
relatable.
Oh my God, she did a backstage promo there,
and I don't know what language she was speaking.
It's nothing against there's many wrestlers that English is their second language. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah,
I don't think we're talking about that. I'm just saying like
Asuka and Kairi, when they do their backstage segments, they're hilarious.
Funny. They're quirky. They're funny.
They're not always making sense. It's funny. I like to watch them.
They're funny. They're entertaining. Even like that. Yeah.
And I think the purpose of Giulia being with Kiana is so Kiana can kind of be her voice.
But also Kiana is not. Oh God, my client.
I bet she could cut an amazing
you're new
promo,
here.
But
how is she your client?
I know, literally, you're new here too. What do you mean? Are you going to show her the ropes or something? I don't know.
Again, we talked about this before, but what they did with Lash Legend and pairing her up with Nia Jax. Perfect. Why did we not do? I mean, from a creative perspective, I'll give you that. Maybe they should have done something to pair her with somebody that was not new as well, that was not an NXT call up. Pair her with somebody that's a veteran, that's gonna actually put some rhetoric out there and speak on behalf of, and really throw some darts at other people and do a lot of rage baiting in segments. Have Giulia not talk at all. Not be while on the back, have her train and do, I know that at a certain point in time in the past, it was widely known that during one of Asuka's main title runs, there was some information that was circulating around WWE kind of on the behind the scenes, having Asuka take English lessons because they wanted her to cut better promos.
Yeah.
So don't allude to it, but just have her take some promo, some classes behind the scenes, and have her perfect her craft or take her back to Tampa and to Florida and do promo lessons with the bigs over there down on NXT.
And I say every week that some of these NXT talent, they're just trying to push them too fast.
Yeah.
And ends up burying them. Same as Lyra when she had the IC title.
True.
And then you have someone like Roxanne, who they put in the Judgment Day. Roxanne has been excellent.
It just worked.
Her matches are great. Her promos are great. She could absolutely have a mid-card title, but they don't do that with her yet. And I think she's had like the most losses in 2025.
Yeah.
But I love her.
Yeah. Well, you're not thinking about the losses. You're thinking about every time she's out there, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Her dynamic now with Liv. Her dynamic with Raquel was good. With Liv, who the heck is Raquel? And creative is seeing it. That's why they immediately did the switch. As soon as Liv came back, I don't know if they're looking at telemetry of engagement online or like if they have like a survey on the out the door. But like as soon as the next week after Liv came back, they pivoted on creative and made Liv be besties with Roxanne, where you and I thought, and everybody thought, because of the way that they were building the story, as soon as Liv comes back, she's gonna be beating Roxanne because she's like the intruder and like trying to take my spot in Judgment Day.
Yeah.
But as soon as Liv came back and whatever, powers that be saw the dynamic, they said, "Oh, Roxanne, Liv." Oh, it's like the meme with Drake. Roxanne and Raquel is like and then Roxanne and Liv.
Well, but the thing is, Liv has chemistry with anyone.
That's true. It's another part of talent too.
But hear me out. I love this is so realistic because I love the cattiness of like, there's this tension between Liv and Roxanne, but they're like kind of besties, but I feel like they secretly still hate each other. And that's just girlhood there.
Nice.
Yeah. I love it.
It's a little bit of truth mixed into the storyline with which
will they, won't they kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Will they eventually pull each other's hair out? I don't know. And then on our way to another NXT call up. First of all, John Evans.
Yes.
I guess they signed the contract.
They signed the contract off air.
That was a big controversy.
I know.
You have 3 hours on every single show.
I don't know. This is also another thing that I have with the IWC. Like, to what extent do we have to complain about every single little thing that happens? In the past, contract signings of call-ups have not been a thing. They're not like a big part of what happens. They just show up. In the past.
True.
Okay, let me ask you this. Front facing in camera, like, did they actually have Paige come out and sign a contract that she is officially a member of Raw? Or did her music hit and she showed up and then she started showing up and then suddenly she's challenging the champion and then she takes the title?
That's true.
Like,
okay,
I don't know. I feel like
that's a very fair point, I think.
Yeah.
Rick Williams, on the other hand, we felt conflicted about his debut. Okay.
And then last week happened.
The previous week, I can't remember if it was Raw or SmackDown.
It was SmackDown. He came in,
he cut a promo. It was awesome. Loved it. We were like, okay, this guy's the real deal.
He basically buried Sami Zayn.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. And then he came in last week with his promo against Randy Orton. Like,
I was telling you, I was like, okay, this is
waters there.
Again, they're booking themselves again to a corner here because you're in Berlin. People are gonna be more excited to talk to Randy Orton than to Trick Williams. People are gonna be more excited to see Randy RKO Trick than Trick put down Randy Orton.
Yeah.
So when he comes out and he says a couple things here and there, I was like, okay, clearly he's going to get RKO'd. How does this help him? And the answer is, I don't think it does. But then Rey Fenix comes out. We know that he has a match against Rey Fenix. And then it's like, okay, well, Rey Fenix is going to put over Trick Williams. But then we were talking about like is this the right opponent to elevate Trick based on how he won?
It's not, because Trick Williams is a big dude.
Isn't he a big dude?
That
He
guy
is
looks,
a big dude.
He's a Goliath. He's in crazy shape too.
And he needs to pull Rey Fénix's tights.
He had to cheat to win. He was struggling that whole match. Like, he should not be struggling against a small guy. Granted, again, like, Rey Fénix is awesome. He's not somebody who should be buried either.
Of course.
But
so there's the conundrum with creative. We need to put Trick Williams over, and we don't know who to put against him to put him over. We're gonna put Rey Fénix to make him look good. Cool. But also Rey Fénix, we want to push. We don't want to bury. Oh crap! What are we gonna do? Well, maybe they go toe to toe, and it looks like, it could go either way, and then, Trick just pulls the tights.
I would have preferred to see Trick Williams against like The Miz, because they're both huge personalities, bigger-ish dudes.
It's cheap because it's not believable that a guy the size of Trick could not put away a guy the size of Rey. Now Rey Fénix with his skills could go around Trick Williams. I get all that, but eventually power, in my opinion, takes over. And the fact that in his second week, he had to resort to pulling tights on a little guy to win, I don't know.
Yeah, the chemistry just wasn't there between the two of them, and I just didn't think it was the right booking. For our first impression of Trick, loved him. Second impression, okay, we're a little more skeptical.
He was good in the ring, though.
But there's room to grow. So hopefully...
Second week, you can only go up from here.
Yeah, exactly. So.
One person that we don't know how they're going to go up from here, but there's definitely no bottom. There's definitely no more additional bottom for this person is Jade.
Oh,
I don't think she goes... Well, she surprises us every week with her I am that. Yeah, like
I hate this gimmick for her. I just know that Jade is like the most like shy, nice woman. Like, yeah, she looks the way she looks, but she's not. I don't believe her when she says, "And I'm that bitch." Like, it's just a catchphrase. It's not. It's not real.
They gave her that catchphrase, and it's just not landing.
I don't like it. It makes me cringe every time.
She is the WWE champion, women's champion. Nobody cares. That's so bad. That's bad.
I would love to
I'm generalizing. I hate when other podcasts and opinion shows say nobody cares, because like, how do you know?
Yeah.
Maybe there's people that care.
Well,
Sorry.
we just... in the storylines, it doesn't seem like anybody cares. Michin was like, I'm going to humble her. But nobody else is like, I'm going to take that title from her. And that's what we want to see. Everybody should be fiending for Jade's title.
But here comes
Jordynne Grace.
Jordynne Grace.
This would be an awesome matchup. I hope
it would be
that we get maybe a good feud out of that. I also was saying that I would love to see Chelsea Green and Jade Cargill feud. And I'm hoping
like a real feud, not a squash, right?
No, real feud. Okay. Yeah, because
Chelsea's gonna do crazy shit.
Chelsea makes anybody look good.
She make it look good. Yeah, that's true.
Especially like in a promo. And they've had their little backstage run-ins.
Of course.
And honestly, Jade would only feel believably evil against someone like Chelsea, who is like such a like more or less a wimp, her character.
Of course. But Chelsea is, tall.
Yeah.
So they would look kind of, not necessarily from a build perspective, but from a height perspective, they would look more like even.
Yeah.
It would be an entertaining matchup. And again, like,
would love that.
If you think back to Lyra Valkyria and her stale promo skills and Becky coming over, that program that they ran together, Becky on the mic only made Lyra somehow during that short period of time seem relevant, be watchable, and entertaining. So I think, to your point, maybe somebody like Chelsea through promos might actually make Jade look like somebody that should have that title.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. Well, hopefully we see Jordynne Grace going against Jade for that title. I think here's my problem. We're at when we are second week of January. We have Saturday Night Main Event. It's happening in 2 weeks, and then Royal Rumble in 3 weeks. So, do we keep seeing Jade doing nothing for 3 weeks and having her face Jordynne Grace at Rumble, or do we just nip it on the bud and just freaking get them on a Saturday Main Event? And quite frankly, I don't know. Maybe just have Jordynne Grace win that thing.
Honestly, yeah. I also was saying that, again, as much as I hate that they put over the NXT talent so quickly and it doesn't work half the time, I would also love to see somebody debut on the main roster and take a championship, just like Paige did with AJ back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that would be awesome. And it would be believable because,
And the other thing about Jordynne Grace potentially winning a title, we've talked about this. Like, do you really bring NXT call-ups to immediately win championships? It's probably like a double-edged sword.
Right.
It's like a gamble.
Exactly. Yes.
However, Jordynne Grace, she's not an NXT newbie call-up. Let's remember, Jordynne Grace was the top women's champion at TNA for a good amount of time. So she has the accolades behind her.
For sure.
She was in NXT first because that was the bridge between TNA, and it's still the bridge. Like, the contract and the agreement that they have, the partnership that they have, is mainly to cross over with NXT. But it is a place where she came into, and I thought she was going to come in there and immediately take over top championships at NXT. That did not happen. She never won a singles champion, I don't think, while she was at NXT, which was surprising to me because she was the top gal at TNA. If they do this, I wouldn't be mad. It wouldn't be the same. Either. I don't see them as the same thing, like as the same problem with having a call-up immediately win a title. If she comes in and wins a title, I think it's believable because of her history.
Absolutely. Yeah, I either need them to, like, and also Jade's she just shows up and she's like trying to wreak havoc, and it should be the other way around. Everybody should be seeking her out, and Jade shows up or out of nowhere and she's like, "Hey, remember,
I am that
bitch."
I gotta come to you and remind you that I am relevant.
Yeah, I just,
it's like, you know how
I'm not happy.
Only uncool people say that they are cool.
Yeah, you've got to say it so much. It's not true.
I know, right? All right, so let's get to those predictions. Royal Rumble. Men's Royal Rumble. Let's rip that Band-Aid. Who do you think?
I already forgot who I said. Could be Randy. I would love to see Dominic at some point, but I don't think it's going to be this year. Who else do we have?
Braun Breaker.
No.
I got mine. I think, like I said earlier, I think Randy Orton goes against Drew McIntyre for the title at Royal Rumble, not being a part of Rumble itself. And we get a surprise return. We're going to get a lot of surprise returns this year. It is in Riyadh. They want to make it big. There's going to be a lot of returns. And by the way, when I say returns, I don't only mean returns from injury, from people that were in WWE, got injured, and now will return at Rumble. I'm talking about all up returns.
I've heard that Dean Ambrose is in the rumors. Paige continuously talks about how she's seeking to come back to WWE.
I'm telling you, there's so much potential there. And also because it's in Riyadh, there's so much money involved to get quite a lot of people enticed to return. So we'll see what happens there. But I do think that Randy Orton goes against Drew, therefore will not be in the Rumble. And one of those returns is Seth freaking Rollins. And I do think that third time is the charm. I think the company has been wanting to give Rollins a proper run. He's just been, every single time they put the title on him, somehow he gets injured again and again. So I think they're going to go for it a third time. and hopefully third time's the charm. They're going to make him the champion again. I think there's a story and an angle there to make that happen. I don't know if it's with the World Heavyweight Championship or with the WWE Championship. We'll have to see how things shake up between Rumble and Elimination Chamber. But I do think would be hilarious if Rollins had to go against CM Punk again for the title. He's lost every time, if I'm not mistaken. He's lost every time clean when it's a clean decision to CM Punk. So we'll see what happens. I do think that Seth Rollins wins the men's Rumble.
The Rumble? No.
I think he wins the men's Rumble.
I think Seth Rollins could potentially win Elimination Chamber, but I don't think it would. I think it would feel forced if he won the Rumble. I don't think it's going to be Seth. If Randy doesn't win the final four, I think it'll be Randy. Not, I don't know.
Let me put it this way. Okay, let me backtrack a little bit. Okay. If it's not Randy Orton going against Drew McIntyre for the title at the Rumble, then Randy Orton is going into the Rumble and Randy Orton is winning the Rumble, and he is going to WrestleMania to win the championship.
Yeah, I think so too.
And win number 15. If it's not the other, if it's not the other way around, I think he goes all the way through. Especially because they had him promo at Saudi during Cena's match. That was kind of weird.
So he's definitely going to be a big player. Either he is the one to have the championship match with Drew, or he wins the Rumble.
Okay. What about the women's title?
I think Liv takes it.
No argument there. Liv's taking that thing, taking it home. I think
unless it's Chelsea Green. I would also like to see Chelsea Green.
Okay.
One of them wins the Rumble. One of them wins Elimination Chamber. That's
love that mindset. Here's the thing. We talked about this multiple times. Liv has been trusted with the runner-up role position for 2 years in a row. She's been the runner-up, and on the last 5 Rumbles, she's been top 3. Meaning the last 3 in the last 5 years, I believe she's always been last 3 remaining. That's a lot of trust from the company. Yeah, and it says a lot about who's next.
And
in
Chelsea
my opinion,
was she like runner-up? Or was she third last year?
So her thing is different. Her thing was that in WWE Unreal last year, it came out that the creative room, in the creative process, one of the people said, what if we go left field and just give Chelsea the win as a fluke? God. It would break the internet.
But they can't do that again this year. Last year, she went under the bottom rope or something. Like she didn't actually get eliminated, and then she got back in the ring. And that would have been amazing, but I don't think she can justify a full win this time, or even winning by cheating, So I don't know.
What do you mean? Like she wouldn't be able to win clean?
I don't think so.
Well, then there you go. So we got Liv.
Maybe Elimination Chamber, though. Chelsea does some crazy stuff, you guys.
Yeah. All right. What else do we have going on?
I think we covered everything.
Yeah, we got the aftermath. I think... We're gonna see tomorrow what unfolds. Remember, we do try our best to do lives during SmackDown every Friday. We try to tune in live and do a little bit of a reaction and kind of watch party of WWE SmackDown every Friday. So follow us on TikTok for that. Obviously, subscribe and comment and like this video in YouTube. We'll keep doing these weekly. Yeah,